If you have a credit card, you need to watch this because banks are shutting down credit card accounts and it's leading to customers being sued.
So let me get this straight. Capital One is closing people's accounts for what they call credit cycling. If you purchase something and you pay it off, and then you purchase something again and you pay it off, they're considering that to be credit cycling, and then they're going to close your account?
A lot of people are doing this and not even realizing. I mean, even just our conversation, it's kind of like, why is this wrong?
Why is it wrong? Yeah.
So a lot of people are accidentally doing this, which is why it went kind of viral on social media, because people were responding saying, wow, I didn't even know that this was kind of against bank policy.
Now, many people that actually are card holders have no idea that this is against the rules. And many credit card companies have this as part of their policy. And it seems really simple when it comes down to paying off your credit card balances. But if you're doing it in this certain way, it's a violation and they can close down your account.
When opening our first credit card to spend responsibly. But what about repaying responsibly? Recently, the term credit cycling has taken off on social media following a wave of people sharing stories about their bank accounts being closed. The topic is highlighting a growing lack of financial literacy among credit card users.
Our chief business correspondent with Queen City News, Taylor Young, joining us this morning. And Taylor, first of all, we did basically a poll. Almost no one has heard of what credit cycling is. Explain it. What is this, Taylor?
Yeah, so it's when someone essentially repeatedly maxes out their credit card, then pays it off all in one cycle. So it's like this revolving door of debt. And I think it's better explained with an example because I think that can get a little bit confusing. So say you open a new credit card and your limit is $5,000. You decide to make a big purchase, spend it all in one place on a new gaming system. Well, you have officially maxed out your credit limit for the month. But, and this is where it gets important, instead of waiting until your next cycle to spend more, you pay off that new gaming system immediately, which then brings your credit limit back up to $5,000 and you continue to make more purchases. So this essentially allows people to spend far beyond their credit limit and in some cases doubling it. Now, this is a practice that has become a trend among young credit card users, and while very tempting, it does come with a lot of risks.
So essentially what you have is people that will use that credit card. So if you got that $5,000 credit limit, you would max that card out in that payment cycle and immediately pay that off. So if you buy a TV or make a huge purchase, you max the card off and then put the cash on it to pay it down. But then that person may max that card out again with another large purchase to max out that credit card line and then pay it off again before the due date. Now, you are not paying interest because you are paying it down before the due date, but it puts a red flag on your account.
And also it can be tempting because this allows you to, again, increase your credit limit so you're able to make a lot more purchases than what the bank essentially told you that you could in the very beginning.
Now, a lot of people are being taught that on social media as a way to trick the system. Also, that they're putting a lot of spin on that card to get the credit card company to increase their credit line. But this can have the opposite effect with the credit card company actually shutting down that credit line. And if you have a balance on that card, and then this can close the card out, tank your credit score because now you have a balance and you don't have a credit card limit anymore. You just have a debt reporting on your credit report. And many people, once that happened, they're really upset and they don't want to pay the debt back because you just tanked my credit score. Then they don't pay the balance off and it can lead to a lawsuit.
Okay, so what are the risks associated with? Because I'm with Jason. If you're paying it off here before the monthly billing cycle is over, maybe we're just too old to figure it out. What are the risks here?
I mean, the biggest risk is a bank kind of noticing that you're doing this and then shutting down your account and then taking back all of your rewards, because banks spend billions of dollars on rewards every single year. It's what gets people to open up credit cards, right? They even kind of have competitions over, well, my bank offers better rewards. Well, this artificially kind of inflates the cost a bank would be spending on those rewards. But secondly, and I think this is the one that people should really think about, is that this can also raise alarm bells on the type of behavior that you're doing. So it can look like you're in financial distress. You are borrowing way more than the bank allots you to. And second, it also mimics fraud and money laundering. And that's not something that you want to have on your account either.
And she made some really excellent points. Number one, there's rules against banks with anti-money laundering rules. Actually, TD Bank was hit with a huge fine and penalty because they did not prevent some drug cartels and also some Chinese connected gangs from doing money laundering. So banks now have to monitor certain activities that's going on with their customers. Additionally, maxing out your credit card line is always a red flag. So that's one of the biggest problems that's going on with this card cycling. You're maxing out the credit card line and then paying it off, maxing it out again. That's going to be an internal red flag. So it looks like you're in a financial strain some kind of way.
Okay, can I throw another example out there and see if I'm in the ballpark? I'm trying to wrap my head around this. All right, so let's say you get 2-3% cash back. You maxed out the $5,000 for the month. You pay it back in a week, right? So you got 2% cash back on the $5,000. You've paid it off.
Yeah.
I make another $5,000 purchase. I'm getting another 2 or 3% cash back when I was originally only supposed to get it on the 5,000, right?
Yes.
So now I'm getting it on 10,000
Exactly.
within a 30-day cycle.
Yes.
That's where the red flag comes up to
Yes.
these banks going, we only told you could do it on your max amount. You're doubling that amount in a 30-day cycle. That's the issue here. It's not that am I getting into debt. It's I'm sort of taking advantage of the system.
Yes.
That is
and the
okay,
concern
all right.
is not just on rewards. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a benefit of this for the people
Sure,
who do it, but it's the behavior that
Okay.
this looks a lot like money laundering.
Wow, this is really interesting. And financial literacy continues to be an issue for not just younger generations, but everyone still.
I mean, considering that a lot of people are doing this and not even realizing. I mean, even just our conversation, it's kind of like, why is this wrong?
Why is it wrong? Yeah.
So a lot of people are accidentally doing this, which is why it went kind of viral on social media, because people were responding saying, wow, I didn't even know that this was kind of against bank policy. So read your contracts with your bank when you open up a credit card, or you can lose all of your rewards. But I'm kind of looking bigger picture here. There are several studies out there that say that financial literacy is actually declining since 2020. According to the National Financial Literacy Council, 40% of U.S. adults right now could not pass a basic financial literacy test. A big part of why people are kind of losing that financial literacy is because it's not really taught a lot in schools, right? We're not really taught, I wasn't in high school about financial literacy, but a lot more districts and states are starting to incorporate that in their curriculums. The South Carolina Board of Education made it a requirement that all high school students had to take a credit card literacy program or class before graduation.
So that's one of the major issues. If you're doing this, it's by maxing out your credit card and then paying it off and turning around and maxing it out again before the due date. So that's what's causing the red flag, because like I said, banks now must watch out for money laundering. And this put a red flag on you. Additionally, it also looks like you're in financial trouble. And so unfortunately, banks don't want to lend you money when you really need it. So they want to ensure that you're in a financial place to pay them back. So many times if they see that, they could possibly close your account out. But many people can do this innocently, especially during the holiday season, because you just don't know that this is a violation against your credit card agreement and contract. So additionally, yes, many of us did not get education on how to use credit cards. They definitely need to put this credit information and teaching in school. You use this more than algebra right now. Your credit score is the main component of your life to get housing, a car, even to get accepted sometimes for a job. So this education need to actually be put in schools, but a lot of it, big business, do not want you knowing this information because that will actually stop them from making money off of you. So many people don't learn about this until it's too late and their credit scores are damaged. But with my elite credit systems, users like Greg was able to remove a collection off of his credit report within 12 days. So if you need my help with my AI software and credit coaching, that link will be in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. So you want to make sure that you know about this credit cycling. Also, share this information with friends and family. And also, if you have a young adult that is in college, and many of the times, those are the people that's actually doing this because they're under a financial strain with cash flow. And sometimes being in college, you just need money. So you'll do this in between paychecks. So that can get their credit card accounts shut down. And if they don't pay off that balance, it can lead to a lawsuit and just having your paycheck garnished because you do not know about that rule. And so understanding the credit system is forever changing. You want to keep yourself up to date what's going on in the credit world because you need credit just about for car insurance and every part of your life. So it is really important right now that you stay up to date with your credit education. So hopefully this information is helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. More detailed questions from me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.